Liberia has endured years of destruction, characterized by marauding gangs of youths, mercenaries, and chaos. Violence rocked Africa's oldest republic in the late 1980s, when economic collapse ended in civil war. Dissidents from Charles Taylor's National Patriotic Front overran the country and executed the then president, Samuel Doe. Charles Taylor himself was elected president in 1997, but the violence continued. The crisis came to a head in July 2003. Thousands fled to the capital, Monrovia, to escape gangs in the countryside. But even the city wasn't safe. Hundreds were massacred in the streets, caught in the crossfire between rebel forces and government troops. Ordinary Liberians begged the international community to help. In the course of the war, over 1.5 million Liberians were forced from their homes, uprooted and displaced. Some fled abroad. Others, caught between the warring factions, lost their property, their homes, their families, and even their lives.
We begin a fear. So when we hear the concern, we always feel that the people are coming. So we take our luggages and begin to run. And running, sometimes straight bullet may catch someone, that the conscious, the person may die. I mean, you can't get a chance to even look by, even if your daughter or your son, and you just have to continue moving just for you to fight for survival.
The pleas of ordinary Liberians were finally answered in August 2003, when troops from the international community arrived to oust Charles Taylor. By October, a massive UN peacekeeping mission was in place and a peace accord signed, establishing a transitional government drawn from the warring factions. Many had never held office before.
We have a difficult government to run, a government of inclusion, but by the will of God, we're trying to do our best. And one of the cardinal reasons has happened to be that all Liberians are fed up with the war. And so we say we have to put a halt to this nonsense.
The international community should be ashamed of itself that for 24 years they stood by while there was murder, mayhem, rape, and chaos here, and they did nothing. It was only once the whole of the West African region, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire, began to fall apart, that someone finally said, look, Liberia is the problem. Charles Taylor is the problem in Liberia. We need to do something, and we need to do something now. We have a country here of, 3.3 million people. The economy is totally destroyed. By that I mean there is no electrical grid, telephone system, street addresses, postal service, and Monrovia is still a city of 1 million people without water or electricity.
Today, Liberia is a country holding its breath. In December 2003, the first attempt to disarm and demobilize warring factions was overwhelmed by the huge numbers of combatants wanting to hand in their weapons. A second attempt is now well underway. Over 14,000 UN troops from 49 countries have been deployed to demobilize up to 45,000 combatants. It's a concerted effort to encourage all the fighters to finally hand in their weapons.
It is armed today to unmute and live a better life.
This message is brought to you by the Public Information Section of the United Nations Mission in Liberia.
Today, UNMIL, the United Nations peacekeeping mission in Liberia.
I went to Bangladesh, then I come back and I think that I will make a documentary film.
Yes.
I heard you said to be there, sir.
Yes.
And I had so many pictures.
Yes.
Photograph with you, sir.
Yes.
But that photograph I am not finding him, sir. And you're a photographer.
Yes.
You all the pictures of you and me, you yourself, with first commander and me.
Yes.
First commander shown something, you have shown something. That all the photographs lie with him. So I record that photograph, sir, and I make a documentary film, and I give that film to you.
Yeah.
One is first commander, and this to my country.
All right. Who has the film now?
That film with the photographer.
Who the photographer was here?
I don't know the photographer, but get the film.
Call Osaka for me. Osaka. Who the photographer who took photo that day?
Achi.
No, Achi Garden.
Yeah, no, the government are there to yourself talk to Achi.
Yeah, I know who he is now.
Achi.
Okay, he will go to Achi
Yes, sir.
and take it to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He will give it to him.
Yes, sir.
Then you can receive it from
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm going to Accra. We will come back on Wednesday.
Sir, yes, sir.
So I will be there. But he will coordinate every
Sir,
Saturday.
yes, sir. It's my pleasure, sir, to have the photograph, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Pray for me, sir.
Yeah.
Pray for us, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
In Arabic, Aziz means dominates everything. Al-Aziz is the name of the Allah Almighty.
So these are the, you from somewhere and bring it to posted borders. This family behind us.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
A brief shout-out.
Yeah.
Honorable First Commander and officers present. Assalamu alaikum and good morning.
Morning.
I welcome you on behalf of my UAD team in the demolition site. We all are grateful to Almighty that without no dangerous effect or without no accident, we could demolish a large number of munitions and ammunition in and around Monrovia. So far, we have demolished, we have disposed of total more than 3 million of ammunition, which includes small arms ammunition of different kinds and more than 600 different kind of UXOs. In executive dimensions, we have demolished total 450,000 ammunitions and about 400, that is 387 of different kind of munitions and UXOs. It is our opportunity, it is our pride that our first commander, he himself will destroy all of this, and it is a great show, I think so. This all we have done and we will be doing today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
So with this, the executive mansion is free from all the UXOs.
All the UXOs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When this goes up in the bank,
Sir.
I want to first of all congratulate you personally, because I remember when I met with you out in the Bundu there. You remember?
Right, sir.
When we were dealing with UXOs and bombs belonging, which were dangerously placed in President Blah's home in the store. I was terribly concerned about those. I went and with you, I think, or I went alone, and we wrecked the place, that little place on the hill. And I told you, this is the place I want you to get these UXOs and other things. And you diligently, did this. It was touch and go. I was all the time concerned about the safety of our people dealing with this. I was concerned about the safety of President Blah and his family. I was concerned about the safety of our soldiers who were actually, protecting President Blah, because if anything went, they were also in danger. But you did. So when this executive mansion one came about, which was like concentration of small arms, bombs, and whatever.
Anti-tank missiles.
Anti-tank missiles.
Surface-to-air missile 42 already has been disposed
exactly.
of.
I was all the time, praying that, when you embark on it, you will be able to complete it without any problems. And I remember coming here, you assured me that you had the manpower, the capability, and the instruments, to do it. But it was a dangerous job. So today, I am a very happy man that finally, the executive mountain area at 80 Marans, where our soldiers are living, is going to be a safe place to go. Me and the sector commander last month. When I saw those missiles lying on that floor, I was really concerned. But we've done it in a very systematic and professional manner. And now we are going to see the findings of this is not the end of the job, my friend. It's not the end of your job, because between now and until we complete DDR or DD, there's going to be many more dangerous bombs that are going to be brought by combatants. As you know, we don't know how they handle their bombs and ammunition and this and that. So you are going to still be precautions when we are handling these ammunition and bombs. Safety is our concern. This is why in my op order, operational order, I stated that this time we are not going to move those bombs ourselves. It is up to those people who have been running around with them throughout this country, who have to bring them, deposit them somewhere else, and we can do what we need to do, what we are trained to do, that is to make them as safe as possible, to blow them up. Not begin fiddling with them. We just don't blow them. You probably will have a lot of ammunition to burn. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, so the ammunition are less cumbersome to use, as you told them.
So less cumbersome.
They can burn less dangerous. But of course, we still in a long way to go. So mine is to congratulate you and your team. Yes.
So he's down, sit down. Thank you.
এই ছবিটা নিয়ে সবটি যখন ইয়ে হবে
নিব
হ্যাঁ
নিব পুরোটা ইয়ে দিয়ে ঢাকা দেওয়ার দরকার নেই কি বলে ওই স্যান্ডব্যাগ দিয়ে একটা স্যান্ডব্যাগ ফাঁকা রাখিও ওটা আস্তে করে ঢুকে দেওয়া যায় বুঝতে পারছো আস্তে করে একটু সাইড দেন ফটো সাইড করেন হ্যাঁ বিসমিল্লাহ বলে ইয়ে না এটা মনে করেন এটা ইয়ে থাকবে লুজ থাকবে এবং সাইডে লুজ থাকলে হয়তো ইয়ে হয়ে আছে আর অসুবিধা নেই এটা আর ফেলবে না আস্তে একটা বস্তু মারাবে না মারাবে তো দাও দাও ঠিক আছে দাও দাও রেশনটা ফেলে করে সবচেয়ে ভালো হবে No.